Process of building a fishing rod holder. I've watched some videos on YouTube and get some ideas, and I've had to kind of custom make mine to fit the amount of rods and this space that I have to work with. It's going to hold 10 fishing rods hopefully, and I use this spade bit here to cut the holes in here, and then using my jigsaw I just cut in there. This is a 6-inch wide piece, pine. And what I did was I cut an inch off, and that's what I put the back on with. So it's just the cut off piece, the 1-inch piece. And these pieces here, I bought a 6-foot long piece of pine, same width, and I cut it in half, and that's going to be the sides. And with those smaller pieces down there, cut off pieces, I use some scrap, and we're going to see how this works out. I hope it works. Let's see, these pieces here, let me just get the length out here, I believe. Let's just check here how long these are. Yeah, this is measures out at 27.5 inches long, and it's actually 5.5 inches wide. And on this one here, it's 4.5 inches wide, but the inch that I cut off I used for the backer. Well, let's see how the project goes. I wanted to give you an idea here on this top piece where the rod slide in. Again, it's 27.5 inches long, and you can see it's marked. The hole that I drilled, the spade bit, was every 2.5 inches. In other words, it's 2.5 inches in from the side is where I store, 2 inches in from the side, but I marked at 2.5. I marked the drill hole there. So as you can see, you end up here with the last marking at 25 inches, and then 2.5 inches over is the edge of the wood. Now this is the side pieces, as you can see here, and I marked them so you know which was the front and the top, the rear. So the way this is going to work, let's see if I can do this, is your top piece is going to fit right like that. See how it fits up right there? And I just used a little like 2-inch by 4.5 inch piece here. Scrap. Put it on right there. And then your bottom, that's 2.5 by, let's see here, 2.5 by 14 for the bottom support. And this, which is cut at a 45-degree angle, and this top part measures 5 inches. And I cut it off here. It looks like about an inch here. Just an inch, just about a little bit more. Comes in roughly about 1.25 inches at the bottom here. And just cut it at a 45-degree angle. So also worthy to mention is what I did was whenever I had the drill in, I pre-drilled holes through the wood so as not to split it. Plus what I also did was, you notice I offset all of my screws to minimize the chance of splitting the wood. I did the same thing up top here. You can see they're offset. And again, I would recommend that you label it, which is the top, the front, the inside, and the rear, so as not to get confused. I just want to show you how the bottom, see, and I marked this is the bottom, and this is going to be the bottom piece, which is going to sit right in there. Okay. Afterthought, I decided to stain the wood, and what I did was wherever the wood was going to meet the wood in joints, put a little bit of tape there just for a stronger bond. So I masked off those areas. so I didn't get stain on them. I did that in the edges, as you can see. I don't know if it'll make any difference, but we'll see how it turns out. There you have it. The fishing rod holder project is now complete, and it works. And it could accommodate up to 10 rods. Not perfect, but it works, and I'm pleased. It's going to do the job. Well, that's it, folks. Have a nice day, and God bless America.